Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to NBA 2K20. This is episode number 12. We've done it. We're a team on the rise. So much so that in just our second year, we've made the playoffs. The 6th seed in the West in a very, very tightly packed field from 4th to 10th. Just a handful of games separating that entire group. We finished one game behind the Grizzlies. We finished equal on paper with the Blazers and the Warriors in the 6, 7, 8, and we managed to get whatever tiebreaker there was implemented as the 6th seed. At only 2 games separating us and the Lakers down in 10. The Jazz, who had the 5 seed a week ago, missed the playoffs. Meanwhile, as you can see that rise, the team roster, more points. Rozier now in 81. Hield in 84. Maggette already in 81. Nance, new starter in the lineup, at 79. Pirtle in 80. What a difference a year makes. That's so much better than we were. That's still not that great. We should not be going deep in the playoffs. The Rockets will probably manhandle us in this first round. But maybe not. We'll see. See if we strike lucky on this one as we head into the playoff tree, and we're going to simulate the first game by game. So we'll use the simcast as we go through. I am going to go hands off in these playoffs. Let's let the AI do this for a couple of reasons. As previously mentioned, we are going to wrap this series up. However, I want one whole season in addition, but we're going to make it go pretty quick. So I'll be just playing a couple more games in this series. We lead through the first quarter on the road in Houston. Early second quarter, it's tight. It's back and forth. Rockets have their first lead in a while, and now we really are going back and forth in this one as we approach halftime. Little run from Houston, but we negate it with an early run in the third quarter. And it's 75-71. Pretty late in this one. We're starting to pull out a little bit of an advantage. First double-digit lead of the game is ours as we enter the fourth quarter, and they don't seem to be closing it down. Could we steal game one? It looks like we might. It's 109-100. 3 minutes to play. Slow it down a little bit here. Slow. Oh yeah, it's over. It's over. 122-106. We will look at some box scores on these. Buddy Hield with 33 points. Rozier with 18. Holiday 14. Maggette 13. Boucher with 8 rebounds in 23 minutes off the bench. Maggette with 8 assists to lead. Rozier with 4 steals to lead that area. A couple blocks for Pirtle. Not too many turnovers in the game. Hield was 13 of 21, 5 of 8 beyond the arc, with a plus 16. Before our game was played, Philadelphia beat Brooklyn, Atlanta beat New Orleans. And we go to our next matchup, still on the road in Houston. They get out to an early lead, but it's slender, and we've actually pulled back ahead here still in the first quarter. We're going to go super fast for a little bit. Ooh, late second quarter. Small lead. Definitely battling back and forth, though. And as we begin the third quarter, Houston was within 2. We've opened that back up to a 7-point lead at its extreme. They come back to tie the game. We start to pull ahead a little bit here. Continuing through the third. And we've had the advantage in every quarter. But early run from Houston has it back within 10, but we pull it back out. We were up by 18 there. Can we win both games on the road? This would almost certainly see us through the first round if we can win both road games here. And it most definitely looks like we have done it. 138-114. Holy cow. Rozier with 33 today. Maggette 19. Bogdanovich off the bench with 18. Hield just 17 this time, but he got a ton of help from his teammates. Pirtle with 9 rebounds, Boucher with 8, Maggette had 7, Rozier with 6 assists, Maggette with 5 again. So he's been leading the distribution over his point guard partner through the first 2 games in Houston. Nance with 3 steals. Boucher with a couple blocks. Very limited turnovers. Jerome 3 for 3. Rozier 11 of 13. 7 of 9 beyond the arc. Dang. That's your winner right there. 4 or 5 from the free throw line to go with it. And that's a blowout in game 2. We head home. And we don't have to win this next one, but we definitely have to win at least one of our 2 home games, right? Alright, we're going to go super fast, super fast, super fast, super fast, super fast. Okay, second half. Small lead. Super fast, a little longer. Fourth quarter. And we're pulling away. We're on the verge of a 3-0 series lead. That's game, set, match. 105-82. Well, game, set. Maybe not quite match. We've got one more win to go. We've got 4 games to make that happen. How many times has a team come back from 3-0? Like once. Nance with 22. Bogdanovich, Heald, Barnes, all in double digits. Holiday with 9 assists. Maggette with 7. Bertle with double-digit rebounds today. And we lead 3-0. There we go, game 4. Chance to seal the series. We're going to push all the way to the fourth quarter. We slow it down with a 12-point lead. Wow. Are we going to end up sweeping the Rockets? How in the world is that going to happen? I thought for sure we'd go down in this first round. And there it is. We get the sweep. Houston comes back late in this game. They were down by double digits. They fight back to within 6. But we hang on and we complete a series sweep. Heald with 21. Maggette with 18. Lance with 10 rebounds. 7 of 7 for Pearl. And there you go. We are the first team into the second round. The only sweep of the opening round of this playoffs. First round now in the books. Clippers win in 5. Suns win in 5. Mavericks win in 6. Bucks win in 5. 76ers go 7 before they finally get the win. Hawks win in 6. And the Celtics win in 6. We are the only upset of the first round. And we are the only sweep of the first round. Second round of the playoffs. Surely we'll lose here. Right? Quick through the first half. Slow it down. Close game here in the third quarter. Little run by the Mavericks right at the end of the third quarter pulls them out a little ways. We had the lead. They took it from us, and they got up to a 10-point lead here. Midpoint of the fourth quarter. We're back to within 8. But it jumps back out to 10 before we make a 3. Another 3. It's not enough. We lose by 4 in the opener. Maggette with 32. Rozier with 21. Boucher with a double-double. 6 assists for Rozier. 12 of 17 by Maggette. 6 of 7 beyond the arc. Not enough. Game 2. On the road. No sweep this time. But what's it going to be? Can we get a win on the road? We enter the fourth quarter with a massive lead. That's already a win. 134-88. So we do steal a game, and we level the series at 1. Rozier and Barnes each with 25. Holiday with 23. 9 rebounds there. 7 assists there for Maggette. And we have the first lower seed to win a game in the conference semifinals. We go home for Game 3. Dallas leads by 10 after 1. They hold a 9-point advantage after 2. They stretch that here in the third. It looks like it's out of reach, but a good run to start the fourth. Fighting back. Just a 3-point game. Let's slow this down. We've got the lead. We have the lead. What a run here in the fourth quarter. It's a 1 minute to go, and we pull out a 106-102 advantage. A 3-pointer there, and Dallas steals the game. Holy cow. What a back and forth battle there in the final 2 minutes. We come from behind with a heck of a run in the fourth quarter. Take the lead. Pull away. Looks like it's in the bag, and then Dallas gets a 2, nails a 3 to close it to 1 point, and then with a game winner, buzzer beating shot, Dallas claims the win. Hield with 23 points, Boucher with 12 boards, 4 steals for Maggette. We go down swinging in Game 3. And here we are on to Game 4. Must win if we're going to have a real chance in this series because we are at home. Halftime, bit of a deficit. Huge deficit in the fourth. Big run in the third. Dallas, they're going to win this series. They lead 3-1. Hield, 11 of 18. Not enough. We head to Game 5. Meanwhile, the Clippers sweep on the road. Must win. Down by 30. Down by 40. And we're out 130-86. Massive blowout in Dallas. That's what I was expecting. We come so close to going up 2-1 in this series. Boucher with 5 blocks. 9 boards. Nice game from him. But we get hammered. Conference finals are set. Top 2 seeds are in. Milwaukee win in 5. Boston wins in 5. Top 2 teams in each conference. Last one standing. Dallas sweeping the Clippers to go to the finals. Celtics sweeping the Bucks to go to the finals. So the 2 seeds both sweep their way through the conference finals to the NBA finals. And I think that was in 6 games. Yes, it is. The Dallas Mavericks have won the NBA championship in 6 games. So even though we went down and we went down swinging, we at least put up a fight. Doncic, Mr. 99 overall. I know a couple episodes ago I kind of dogged on him a bit. Yeah, and the tone of my voice suggests the same thing now. I don't see him being that good. Of course, he wasn't this good a little bit ago, right? He's developed after 2 seasons into an overall 99. Just 22 years of age after 2 seasons in game. He's young. He's only making $8 million this year. Last year's contract. He's going to get a huge payday. But here's the thing. I've never even really seen the guy play. It's Dallas. There was a time where the Mavericks were a team that you watched. But a certain somebody's retired and hasn't been around, and they haven't been the team that they were. That perennial 2 or 3 seed, occasional 1 seed that they were. That team's not there. This team, young, exciting talent, is still prospective champions. Apparently, it only took 2 years for them to turn that into actual champions here in the game. Real world, I think it might take longer than 2 years. but I haven't really seen him play because they're just not on my radar. So, yeah, maybe I'll take a step back and go, you know what? He's probably a hell of a lot better than I think he is because I just haven't seen much of him. I keep hearing good things. But there was a certain player, Nikola Jokic, who, same deal, heard all these great things, hadn't seen him much, and then we kicked his butt in the playoffs. That is, the Blazers against the Nuggets. Supposed to be the best player in the league, according to some. He wasn't even... He was only about the third or fourth threat that they had. He's not the player who almost beat the Blazers. Not even close. So anyway, so maybe that's just me not having seen him play enough. But there you go. MVP award, and we move on. That is regular season done. That is playoffs done. We've got an off season still to come. As mentioned before, I have every intention of pushing quickly so that we can do one more season. So you might get just a few seconds of a lot of these, but here we go. Player retirements. Vince Carter, Zach Randolph. Randolph went back to the Blazers. Now, funny story for you. Yeah, you've heard of the jail Blazers, right? This guy, right in the mix. Portland would never take Zach Randolph back. Never. Chandler, Iguodala, Howard, Haslam, Livingston, Bogut. 2 players inducted to the Hall of Fame, Dwight Howard, Vince Carter. Excellent players. There would be a new CBA 1 year from now, but that's not happening as we're only going to play 1 more year. 24 votes for approval. Division winners will get top 3 playoff seeds in each conference based on record. That's how it used to be, right? Not anymore. I'm glad that wasn't approved. And nothing else even comes... Oh, hello. Look how close that was. I didn't see that we had this. 23-8. A single vote short. Draft lottery top 2 picks decided through an elimination tournament. Remaining picks are determined by team record. Well, that would have been different. So one thing that is incredibly unlucky for me, is the fact that I had a pick last year that I was supposed to get. Bulls. Just missed the playoffs, so I didn't get it. This year I get it. They just make the playoffs with a well below 500 record. The only team to make the playoffs with a record below 500. Comparison, where they would be... They would be... What? 9th? 10th on this list? 10th on this list. With odds. So we'd be looking at probably a 10 pick. Instead, we're going to have 16th pick from them. So for the sake of time, we push straight to the end on this one. It is the Magic. The Orlando Magic have won the draft lottery in a devastating move for the whole rest of the league. Indiana, who had just a small sliver of a chance to do anything, they were like the 10 seed in the East. Their pick, they win the lottery, they go second. Their pick goes to the Bucks. Yeah, the Bucks have the second pick in the draft. That's scary. Who keeps paying things off for the Cavs to get them lottery picks? They're up in the 3 spot. Spurs, 4th. The Pistons, who had the worst record that I've seen in a long time. The Pistons miss out on all 4 draft spots and end up 5th. The Knicks as well. So the 2 worst records by miles. Neither one of them win a damn thing. And the Cavs, again, lucking out. And the Bucks, getting Indiana's pick. What a nightmare for scenario for so many different teams. Those top 3 especially, crazy lucky. Spurs, yeah, they had a pretty bad record. They get something. Magic, if it wasn't the 1 seed, you wouldn't go, ooh. But it's the 1 seed. So, crazy, crazy luck for them. For me, we do end up with pick number 16 from Chicago and pick 19, our own. On to staff signings, we're looking at Justin Powell as trainer. Remember, my existing training staff are atrocious. I replaced 2 last year. We have 2 expired contracts now. We'll definitely go to replace those. We may do more than that as our head coach still has a contract and is not good. Powell's a B+, not the best available, but he has 0 offers. So we're offering him just enough to keep that interest meter maxed out. And he'll let us know in a few days. On to CFO with that same intention. Lots of offers to the best candidates. Willis, just 1 offer. Let's see if there's any zeros. It's going to be a B- before we get to 1, and that's probably not a good thing. So maybe we need to look. We're going to keep this up high. We want to get somebody signed. So we're going to go to 7-Eleven because that's where you go to get good stuff. Is that their catchphrase? I haven't been there in years. Other place to look, right there and there. Both coaches. 2 years remaining on their deals. They did make the playoffs, and you could be all like, woo, we need the playoffs. Offer rejected by Willis. We move on to Moore. Moore's a B+, but he's the last decent one available before they all get down to B- range. The offer to Moore was enough. He has signed. Tentative deal for Justin Powell also. I'm guessing it's not with us. There you go. We get our man. We've got our trainer. A B overall. CFO's a B+ overall. It's a definite step in the right direction for the team. Still have plenty of money to play with, but it's already day 6 of 7. There are definitely candidates out there with no offers that could seriously improve what we have in both areas. Risky move to fire our coaches as we enter season 3, especially after we got into the playoffs a year ago. But the ability to have someone better than what we had is just too much to pass up. And both are ready to sign. We got our guys. So with that, we now have Andrew Moore, good business. Dylan Moore. We have 2 Moores in the office. Oliver Gordon, our new head coach. Not to be confused with Officer Gordon. Otis Newman, the assistant of Walter Forrest, a head scout now for his 2nd year, and Donald Jones. You see just how much better we are as everybody was C's, and now we've got a bunch of solid and high B's. And there's actually still money out there that we could invest in the best of the best, but we've got a good set of staff now, as opposed to the crap that we started with. On to the pre-draft workouts, and I've got something to consider as I go into this. For one, I've got my 12 invites, so I will be using those up. But we're definitely not going to have the first pick, so I can forget about Byron Riley. But with 2 picks right in the middle of the first round, I could almost, guaranteed, I could almost move up a bit. Top 10, maybe? It's hard to say how high we can get, but I bet you we could go up a bit. Now, Edmund Barrett, too high. Much too high. Mark Jameson's definitely in our area, so we'll scout him. Thiago Viana's too high. Clifton Carpenter, even though I'm at 95%, we'll take a deep look at him as a player. Here's where it's questionable, right? Outlaw, he could rise, could fall, so we'll give him a chance. Lance Kelly, we'll pass on that. We've already got the position covered. First pick of the draft is going to go to the Magic, and they pick up point guard Byron Riley out of Northwestern. We're going to go ahead and make some difficult decisions here after those first few picks. Thiago Viana, actually not even that good of a player, but he's got tremendous potential. So the Bucks, like Giannis, have picked somebody who has great upside in Viana. Highest potential left of any player, Terrence Fry. It's hard to overlook that he's been ranked as high as 3rd, 4th, 5th on some of these boards. But his ceiling is Bogdanovich. So Manses is the best player available still in this draft. 75 overall. Could play alongside or behind Maggette is more likely. Ceiling and floor has him as a starter no matter what. So we'll go ahead and pick up Tugay Manses. And for my second pick, kind of a no-brainer. I desperately need some depth at power forward. The only one left available that I have the high scouting on, who also has a high rank in the draft, and I already know him at 74 overall, is Dylan Westbrook. Far from a complete player, but he can contribute some minutes in his rookie season. Taking all the team options that I have, except that of Corey Joseph, who at $12.5 million and just a 75 overall, also approaching his 30s, I'm more than happy to let go of and save us a little bit of money. And the final offer I have to put out is for Zizic. That qualifying offer, I'm not going to give it. We're going to go ahead and let him go, free up one roster spot. And then that's going to do it for this episode. So next time we're going to open with free agency, player progression, summer league, all of that, and quickly get into the start of the season. So hopefully you're okay with this pace, as I've really, really pushed it. I mean, we just started the playoffs in this episode, and we are now all the way to free agency. I think I made a ton of progress in a short period of time, and hopefully that worked out well. But I'm Decathlon Gaming. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.